Are you looking for a great rod and reel for under $100? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I've got coming up. What's up, everybody? Derek here from the Bass Factory, bringing you the best tips and tools to help you become a better angler. If you're new here, you really should consider hitting that subscribe button. And while you're up there, hit that bell notification for me too. Alright, I believe I just bought the best value that I could possibly find under $100 for a rod and reel combo. And it wasn't easy. Finding a rod and reel combo under $100, it always got a little bit over. And for what I was wanting to buy, which was going to be a great rod that was going to last me a while, that had great technical aspects behind it, is what I came to find. And it wasn't just two brands, one rod, one reel. It ended up being one brand, which surprised me. But Kast King is what I went with, and they had a $40 Royale Legend reel and a $60 rod, Pedigree 2. And as you can see from my screen snapshot here that on my phone, I actually bought these under $100. And what I believe Kast King has done is they've been able to distribute their products differently, and with technology advances they've been able to change the graphites and the composites and everything that goes into these reels big time, because that's where a lot of the price point came from in the past. Because I used to go buy those $50, $100 combos down at the store, and they just wouldn't last me very long. I would get a year or two out of them at the most, and that is what I'm curious about the most with this little combo setup, is how long is it going to last me? I mean, as far as maintenance goes, seeing how long it does, how dirty it can get on the internal parts, but that's another video another time. But let's get into this rod and reel and show you what they actually consist of. This is the Kast King Royale Legend. It's a beautiful looking little reel for $40 especially. That red and black, it looks very similar to my Abu Garcia Revel SX. Does not look cheaply made, surprisingly, for $40. It looks like it has good quality in it. And this thing has EVA foam grips on it, as you can see here, which I've really come to like. A 17.5 pound drag on it, which is plenty for bass fishing. The star drag system on the side. Spool tensioner knob with a little bit of grip on it. The magnetic brake control over here goes from 0 to 9. This is a 7-to-1 gear ratio, which is right in the middle. 5-4-to-1 to 9-4-to-1. 5-4-to-1 being your cranking, 9-4-to-1 being more like a topwater frog or a jig or something where you're trying to spool it up, pull that reel, that line in very quickly. So it's right in the middle, which is perfect because you can put more baits on it. So you don't have to buy as many rods and reels that are lure specific. This thing has 12 bearings in it, which 11 of those are shielded, and there's one roller bearing. And this thing brings in 34.5 inches of line per revolution, which is really, this thing, I'm just kind of blown away at what they've put into it. You've got a pull and a turn knob over here to get inside of this thing. You just pull that, turn it, and that tab opens, you twist it, and it comes right out. And you can actually get to your spool here, so if you need to lube up your bearings in there. And here's the centrifugal brake here. And what I like to do is I like to go two opposites in for whenever I first start out, and you can play with it because this is mainly for whenever you first get into your cast. So if you're bird nesting and you first get into your cast, you want to maybe adjust two more in. Push two more of these tabs so all four would be in, but I've just got these two opposite of each other clicked in right now. And this magnetic brake out here is the end of your cast. So we're going to put this down, depending upon the wind, I'm just going to put it at 3 and then go from there, because that's the end of your cast. If you're bird nesting at the end of your cast, adjust this one. And that's the Kast King Royale Legend. This is the Kast King Pedigree 2. This is a 7'1" with a medium heavy and a fast action tip. And the reason I chose that is because you could actually cast more lures with this rod. It's got EVA foam grips. It's got a graphite composite reel seat, and one thing I thought was pretty cool is that the reel seat clamp, the threads on it aren't exposed, which my other rod, my fingers actually sit on that. Doesn't bother me, but I thought that was cool they thought of that. It's got a good little bait keeper here because it's not the circle kind. You could actually just put your hook on there and leave your plastics weedless. It's got a Toray 24-ton carbon fiber blank, and it's got 10 Fuji line guides. It's a one-piece rod, and everyone knows that Fuji provides some of the best line guides out there, and it's a real light setup. Along with that Royal Legend on here, it's just a real good setup. So what I'm going to show you now is I'm going to spool this Royal Legend up with some 30-pound braid, and we're going to go out there and go cast on the river, and we'll show you that. We've got this thing spooled up with 30-pound spider wire, and I've got a 3/8 ounce chatterbait tied on. We're going to see if we can't get this thing kind of tuned in, see if we can't get it set right, and then cast this thing out a little bit. Not really trying to catch any fish, just want to see the castability of it. All right, let's see. First I'm going to push that. Nothing on pushing it. Let's set this down a little bit. Okay, it started moving. And as far as wind goes, we're at 9, so I'm going to turn that way down. We don't really have a wind right now, so I'm going to put this at about 3. But bring it back up. I'm just going to hit it. It's not moving. Going to loosen it some. Just keep loosening it. Keep loose. There it goes. Okay, reel it up again. I'm going to hit it again. Without any movement of the rod, it wants to drop on its own. So we'll give that a shot and see how it does. Oh. That was a good long cast. Man, this thing can cast. Dang. Dang. This thing is compared. I mean, this one's brand new, and the Alba Garcia I have is maybe a year or two old, but this Kast King Royal Legend sure is comparative in casting distance to that thing. Wow. Super impressed with this thing, but the only thing with this is it's brand new. So the longevity factor is what will truly test it. Whether it can hold up the plastics. I mean, it's not really that heavy of a setup. Really liking it. I mean, that was beautiful. That was a long cast. That was at least 60 yards. 50, 60 yards at least. Pitch a little with this thing. Right in there. I can get hung up, but flipping into bushes. Well, I hope this video helped out some of y'all out there that were looking for a rod and reel combo under $100. I'll provide a link in the description if you want to go check these out on Amazon. And if you've been using this setup for some time, I would love to hear from you in the comments section below. And if you want to see more Bass Factory videos, check them out here and subscribe for more videos just like this one.